So my name is Julie Ficarra, and I'm a 2010 graduate of the University of Buffalo. I studied abroad 3 times as an undergrad. The first experience I had studying abroad was in Tanzania through SUNY Stony Brook, their academic safari in Tanzania program. 2 highlights of that particular program was a day-long hike up Mount Kilimanjaro, which was still very much snow-capped at the time in 2007. And we also, as a group, took part in an observation of the UN Rwandan Tribunal for War Crimes, which was going on in Arusha at the time, and became really interested in African development and international relations through that program. So from there, I spent a semester at Oxford University in the UK. So from there, I became really interested in democratization movements and became interested in what that looked like in Eastern Europe and the sort of post-Soviet bloc. So I did a semester-long program the spring of my junior year at Charles University in Prague in the Czech Republic. First program in Tanzania was in the middle of the summer. And so I was able to work both before and after that program to fund it. And then the two programs in the fall and spring of my junior year, I used my regular financial aid package, which helped out with the tuition. But my program in the Czech Republic was much cheaper than it would have been even for me to have lived in the dorms and had a meal plan at UB. So, between my regular financial aid package and then a couple of named scholarships through the UB Study Abroad office, I was able to make it work without any loans and graduated, on time in 4 years. So that helped as well. And I went straight from UB to DC, where I did an internship at the Bureau of Education and Cultural Affairs, the U.S. Department of State. So I spent a summer there and then moved to Cambridge, Massachusetts, and did my master's in international education policy at Harvard. I did a short-term assignment at the U.S. Embassy in Swaziland. And then from there, I moved back home to Syracuse and started my Ph.D. in cultural foundations of education. So I finished my dissertation in 2018, defended in 2019, but really, finished up the writing while working full-time as the Associate Director of Study Abroad at SUNY Cortland, where I've been for the last 4 years. So really, I think it was the culmination of those 3 programs that inspired my entire career path. I applied to do my master's in international education policy right out of undergrad. And there's no way that I would have been accepted into any of the programs that I was, without having had those experiences. So I think that was really, really impactful. And also the connections. I feel like establishing a global network, through these study abroad experiences at UB, really set me up for my career going forward. There are faculty members from Charles University in Prague that I'm still in touch with, that I now collaborate with as professionals, and was really able to kind of pick up where I left off when I came back to UB with, this just sort of broader sense of the world and of my goals. It gave a lot of my academic goals more meaning, having had the experience of studying abroad. So really the opportunity to live abroad is a unique one. And I think more and more students, can continue to consider short-term study abroad programs. And that was definitely kind of the gateway for me. I started with a short-term program, but really, spending a year abroad, if you can, but if not a year, certainly a semester, it's a totally different experience. Again, I think of finding the laundromat and doing your laundry as a very kind of non-travel-y, but really kind of an experience of living abroad, having your cafe where you go and someone greets you by name. Being able to do that abroad, I think is just a really, really unique opportunity. One that I think any student that is able to should definitely take advantage of.